edi adesua no ebe hihye so. Last week ye share topic we as say is Yeshua the Messiah no? Is he the Almighty Yahweh? In simple terms, Jesus Christ or Nyankopon ana na ye hwe nema bebre me cha reverence so any last week callers ni nyina me cho bibia na ye hwe nema bebre nti quickly no mebobo nema mienu mi se bi so pe na ye de ende de no ato so na ye hwe so many reasons are this part one see and you say no onye Nyankopon onye Nyankopon because ye hwe me say one now one say bofo angel efi heaven ebae na sem o de bae no say ye bewu eba benin just one anti heaven owo na ka heaven no fia no obeka say o ye ba bewu Nyankopon amamo o asase we so but one kan isa ena ehu another reason say or see who do men say that I am abroni nesuafo no edin komo no ena obi so mo say say me hina it's not baby na say yesu ye Jeremiah yesu ye Elijah u ye titidi fo no bi ena obi say mo say inti mumu sisi me hina inti honum na Peter e can say you are the son of the living God, okay, the anointed, the son of the living God. Inti wache say oye son no ka che ni say a revelation from heaven eno nyae na enye na adwin ana say flesh and blood ena e ka che no na a revelation from heaven. It is a revelation from heaven and it's not going to say oye Nyankopon. But there was nothing like that. And I'll say son of the living God. Inti abani say na yesi son of the living God no. Living God no eno na sound say son na that be enkosa son of the living God. Inti when say living God is separate from son.
Okay.
It just say oye son na onye Nyankopon. Na ye toa so I should say ontimi nya both, ontimi nya son, no san so enye father. Because ontimi nya miru ni na eye baako eno obeye. Ene ye hwe the meaning of son. E hwe ni na yehu examples. Ene ye toa so ekohwe 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 5. Say you are one God. There is no way say eba benya two gods. Ene yehu one mediator. If you're one mediator and callers eba in eba mo bebre and ye di see inti ene no ye toa so now die di kan die ye wa ha say no enye say ye ba be confuse obi na enye say bia mi betwo efi obade ho ana say me bebu abemu me be say ugidie dabi diameye wa ha say no eba be shaw din more na atwewa ben obade yie itu be to bo ase no wetie u make note baby I be sleep wono no problem ye we are video sing na ogoskeni osimpa FM Facebook
oh ya beto
ebe wo ya Os TV ewo YouTube uko TikTok ya Os nate one obehu wo honum no uko Facebook ya Os nate eni so obehu wo nti bebe mo dey say kakra no beti majority ni di obeti majority. Now Anglican Bishop Ekansembi 1995 and a Ghanaian Times e dey buy because keni osidien
Anglican head says sorry to Africans.
Anglican head says sorry to Africans. But they say no cancer.
Okay.
Or say sorry to Africans. Ghanaian Times 1995.
Okay, I see the Archbishop of Canterbury, Dr. George Carey, spiritual head of the Global Anglican Communion, has apologized to Africans Anglicans for having been the body evangelized
through the English culture
and not their own African culture.
It's also sorry to Africans because say na omudi kan be che Bible na se no enye sa it is sorry Inti ya kan ko enim o say omo crampo no mo ye ignorant. Musu no mo nim.
I do apologize to Africans for the way the Anglican Church imposed English traditions on the continent.
English traditions on the continent, but Bible nankasa no African asem history. Asem
Whilst ignoring the African culture.
Whilst ignoring the African culture. Bible no African ihunsem.
I say the Archbishop told a huge gathering of Christians in Mombasa on December 11th when being lectured on the theme the mission of Anglican Church community in the 21st century.
In the 21st century no can say no. Obeko we nim kakra ma.
Okay. I say the first Anglican missionary Dr. Louis Kraft sent by the Church of Missionary Society CMC.
It's a Musumano missionary
planted the first spiritual seed
and I planted the first spiritual seed
at Mombasa,
Ewo Kenya. Yanko
150 years ago.
150 years ago. A long time pound. So many years. In semni akoso into no se teaching for aba me acknowledge any easy, but you're high in the Hebrew. Just say obade etiase. Obedin kunim.
Also the primate who was on a week-long pastoral visit to the country joins Kenya Anglican to celebrate their 150th anniversary of their church. Was particularly impressed by the Africanized liturgy.
Inti sina Africa for mudo mi hu aji Christosum no mu no. In the Anglican way no so ne ni aji pa. E hono mu no e no kan asem bi.
You see, Europe has a lot to learn from her counterpart on the African soil.
Korenin.
He declared.
E no declare.
Addressing as press conference later in Nairobi.
Inti later sanya press conference in Nairobi. E no kan say.
Whilst we do earthly apologize for this mistake.
Sounds so funny biom. What's he saying?
Whilst we do apologize for this mistake.
No.
We should also accept and take note.
We should also accept and take the note.
The note, okay. That it was committed somehow out of ignorance. That means they didn't even know.
Almost munti Bible na say it's ignorance no and almost the European culture, the English culture no ebe force Bible nti ase no e de 2 years so. But they also did it in ignorance. No munim 150 years ago. Almost started all these teachings because can de be tunchem na yakọ ene we ni so. Nti yes chese obia ento ne boase. Yamba say ba be disturb obia. Now, me the reverend ni we no be shase last week ni we no the buy no and me the shase. John chapter 1 verse number 1. Ye hwa de e wo no. Nti yenko. John chapter 1 verse number 1. A scripture among for kan a mom yes ana a leader mu to believe say Yeshua a God a Yahweh. Okay, a mom Jesus Christo and I said Jesus Christ a God, the same as God. But and then the Bible shares scripture no critically. Ne I shall say as it saying angasa John chapter 1 verse number 1. Ye be hu sa asem no e wo no. Inti mi se obi aye we bia no so no. Ono so be fa
Bible now. John 1:1.
John 1:1.
Okay. In the beginning was the word.
In the beginning was the word.
And the word was with God.
And the word was with God.
And the word was God.
And the word was God. To also.
The same was in the beginning with God.
The same was in the beginning with God.
All things were made by him.
All things were made by him.
And without him.
And without him.
Was not anything made that was made.
We don't just say Jesus na bo bibia. Okay. But Let us look at the meaning of this thing. In the beginning was the word. Now, the New Testament writings, it was in Greek. Okay, it was in Greek because some men a Greek kasa and Nigeria simunina tisena and then English. Bibiano. Inti and then we feno the Western liberal democracy. Sena abrofo ye no saa na mo ye no. Saa na enso ye be ye no. Ti saa na ye ka no. Oh, na sisi na abrofo no ye no. Inti na yenso ye twa so sa. But in those days a Greek. Inti na feno the Hellenization. Okay, who adopted Greek culture, Greek everything. Inti the Bible was written by Hebrew Israelites who were Hellenized. So they wrote in the Greek. But in Mepi, only you see the Hebrew pattern, the Hebrew thoughts, and only the true idea. But na ya thoughts no. In Greek you can say word a logos. Logos.
I know then.
Say thought nimdie bi. I wo wutimu.
Okay.
And I say I dream that I would dream a word, a thought in your mind, a word that is the Greek logos, Logos, logos. In the beginning was the word. So word in Greek a thought. Why dream there be a wo wutimu no, and all can want him. The expression or utterance. And I said the articulation of that thought. So beka sa asem no so no a word. It is a kosha de e was Psalms. E be sha de e was Psalms. Psalms 33 verse number 6 to 9. Psalms 36 verse number 6 to 9. Obeche ade bi e wo honum no. Okay. Say kai e honum na e chen bibi King David e obi a oyi ni pakese pa na obo ade e fa ne so e di enisuade hu Revelations bebre e baya a otro edito.
Okay.
Now
Psalms
33 verse number 6.
Okay.
You be kind 6 to 9.
Okay.
6 to 9.
By the word of the Lord
by the
heavens.
Of the Lord, by the body,
were the heavens made.
Were the heavens made. By the word of the Lord were the heavens made.
And all the host of them by the breath of his mouth.
By the breath of his mouth. Okay. So
7 or say he gathered the waters of the sea together as an heap.
He gathered the waters of the sea as a heap.
He laid up the depth in the storehouses.
8.
Okay. 8. Say, let all the earth fear the Lord.
Let all the earth fear the Lord.
Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him.
Verse 9.
Verse 9. I say, for he spoke.
For he debade.
He spoke.
He spake or kasaye.
And it was done.
And it was done.
He commanded.
He commanded.
And it stood fast.
And it stood fast. It has no. He found Jesus. Ejinemu wa hase wo. It John 1:1 no kind the beginning was the word ni sawe no. Enye nipa ho asem. Enyankopon enum asem. He spoke or kasaye. Ele jina ho. Enko hwa de Deuteronomy. Yeah. Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse number 39. Inti okasaye ene ye ho. But all says and say and the word was with God and the word was made and no are confusing pa.
Okay.
So but say she angasa yen she de oba de kan Deuteronomy 32 verse number 39.
Okay. I say see now that even I am he, and there is no God with me.
And there is no God with me.
I kill, And I make alive.
And I make alive.
I wound.
I wound.
I heal.
And I heal.
Neither there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Obie ni ho se me obade Nyankopon me se me yewa. Obie ni ho obeji we fi mi nsem. Deuteronomy 32 verse number 39. Ena ye hu ye no. Where is Yeshua in the picture? Jesus or in what picture we no. Obade say there is no other way beside him. There's no other way beside him. Adenti na ye force e pushi sa na man no nyina ewem say e yo no. Enti sa word e kasa o kasa ye. Enti ye ko John e be san ye chi na akohwa de e wo John. Ye ko John 1 verse number 14 na ye be hu we bi e wo no. John 1 verse number 14. John 1 verse number 14.
John 1:14.
Yeah, John 1:14.
Okay.
John 1:14.
That's right. That's it. And the word was made flesh.
And the word was made flesh.
And dwelt among us.
And dwelt among us.
And we beheld this glory.
And we beheld the glory. Okay, what the interest was. And the word was made flesh. Into obade ekasaye. Say, okay, ye back in kind scriptures no. Na me da ye feeling no. Okay. Into John 1 verse 14 him say, and the word was made flesh and dwelt among men. And I said dwelt among us.
Okay.
Into yen sha de e Deuteronomy 18 verse number 18. Deuteronomy 18 verse number 18.
I will raise them up. A prophet from among their brethren.
Iti enkom she bi obo ade kan say obema difo bi su efi Israel mantem aba.
Like unto thee.
I
will put my words in his mouth.
I will put my words in his mouth.
And he shall speak unto them. All that shall command him.
Iti dia mi obo ade mi meka che no. Enu eno beka. So what I say, I will raise a prophet from among them. Now start difo no me raising no. Dia me meka che no. Enu eno beka. Iti say ba John 12. You be join about the New Testament back.
Okay.
John chapter 12 verse number 49. Okay. John chapter 12 verse number 49. I'm say okay. Next week here ba over there aduma me di obi ba be kan ho.
Okay.
Na Bible be no aye fast kakra.
For I have not spoken of myself.
I have not spoken of myself.
But the Father which sent me.
But the Father who sent me.
He gave me a commandment.
He gave me a commandment.
What should say?
What I should say.
So what I should speak.
And what I should speak. Until we no e fulfill Deuteronomy 18:18 no. Because 18:18 say obi raise a prophet among them. Na sadi for no dia me meka che no no eno no obeye. Ena ya ba John eno Yeshua e kasa wa say fanibium. Yeshua e kasa wa say.
Okay. I say for I have not spoken of myself.
Me enye me meti mo pona me de kasa da
but the Father which sent me.
But the oba de akache me say menka no.
He gave me a commandment.
Eno mami she bi say menhye.
What I should say.
Dia menka
and what I should speak.
Dia menka. It a fulfill ha say. Inti oba de e kan ye. Inti na sem no o kan tititititi no e na abemu enye nipa. Okay, okan say obe difo bi beba. Ene difo na ba. Eye Yeshua the Messiah. The word was made flesh no. I say no, e reveal fine. Eye Yeshua. But en chese oye Nyankopon. Nyankopon asem e na okan ye, e na man bae. Because it was you see nothing was made that was made and ye muche say ye fani so edibo bibia but yɛhwɛ Isaiah yɛbɛhwɛ adeɛ ɛwɔ Isaiah 44 verse number 24. Isaiah 44 verse number 24. Yɛhwɛ asɛm bi a ɔbɔ adeɛ ɛka ɛwɔ no.
Okay, quick one. Okay, I say, thou said the Lord, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord. That make all things.
I am the Lord that make all things.
That stretch forth the heavens alone.
Stretch forth the heavens alone.
That spread abroad the earth by myself.
Obo de na kasa wa ha say no. Enti ade na say statututi. E de be show say Yesu. And I say Jesus. And I say Yeshua. Dabi. Yenhwe scripture ba ko bia e be ma na ye clear ama ye. Proverbs. Proverbs 30. Verse number 4. Ube to no wa pick no amami. E be hu ande bi wo no.
See, who had ascend up unto heaven?
Who had ascend up unto heaven?
Or descended?
Hinana wafura kosoro na wasans abafem.
Who had gathered the wind in his fist?
Who has gathered the wind in his feet? In famanyina in same.
I say, who had bound the waters in a garment?
Bound the waters in a garment. Okay, twaso.
Okay, who has established all the ends of the earth?
Who has established all the ends of the earth?
What is his name?
Your friend is saying, what is his name?
And what is his son's name?
If
thou can't tell.
Wait, my catch mana.
It
Mr. Yensho, or say, what is his name? And what is his son's name? It is Yeshua. It is say Yeshua, and I said Jesus. Jesus or Bana.
Jesus.
And why are you crystal clear? So I just crystal clear. Because Jesus Oniba. But you can't scripture where clear. Obesan peke ama me biom na ya koyi nim biom.
Okay. Me free ho
Okay, no problem. Inti e wa so see who had ascended into heaven or descended, who had gathered the wind in his fist, who had bound the waters in the garment, who had established all the ends of the earth. What is his name? And what is his son's name? And Ebisa say you see Jesus nyankopon. You say what is his son's name? Jesus or ba na or ba na. And vice versa. Okay. And vice versa. Into far insisu into never correct say Jesus nyankopon. Never correct. Oni ba na say you can say a background po son. Yensha ade ewo Exodus 4 verse number 22. Yensha ade ewo no.
Okay.
Exodus 4
22.